When you think of beautiful sea creatures, shrimps probably aren't the first that come to mind. But believe it, some species are so colorful and patterned, they look like works of art. Let's take a closer look at the world's most stunning shrimps. If there's one shrimp that looks like it walked straight out of a fashion show, it's the Harlequin shrimp. Covered in pastel blues, purples, and whites, it's like the tie-dye of the ocean. These little guys are tiny, only about 2 inches long, but they've got a big appetite for starfish. In fact, their entire diet is made up of starfish, which makes them picky eaters, but it also gives them a reputation as one of the most stylish hunters of the reef. Harlequin shrimp are almost always found in pairs, hunting starfish together like a tiny power couple of the reef. With their bold patterns and slow graceful walk, they really do look like they're showing off on nature's runway. If the Harlequin shrimp is the fashion model of the ocean, the peacock mantis shrimp is the action hero. Dressed in neon greens, blues, and reds, it looks like it was painted with every color in the crayon box. But this shrimp isn't just about looks, it's got one of the most powerful punches in the animal kingdom. Its club-like claws strike so fast they create tiny bubbles that collapse with the force of a small explosion. That's enough to crack open shells, glass tanks, and sometimes even a diver's thumb if they get too close. On top of that, the mantis shrimp has some of the most advanced eyes ever discovered, capable of seeing colors we can't even imagine. So not only does it look incredible, it sees the world in ways we'll never fully understand. Basically, it's both beauty and brawn packed into one flashy little package. With a name like this, the sexy shrimp doesn't really need an introduction. Barely an inch long and covered in bright orange with white spots, it's one of the tiniest stars of the reef. What really sets it apart is the way it moves, constantly wiggling its tail as it walks, almost like it's dancing. That's how it got its unusual name. Sexy shrimp often live in small groups tucked into sea anemones, which provide them with both food scraps and protection. So while they look like they're just showing off, that little dance is actually part of their survival strategy. For divers, spotting a cluster of these tiny performers is like finding a miniature carnival hidden in the reef. The emperor shrimp may be small, but it's got a big personality, and some of the boldest colors in the ocean. Bright orange with purple accents, it often hitches a ride on sea cucumbers or nudibranch, turning them into a moving rainbow. This shrimp isn't just along for the ride, it uses its host for protection while scavenging leftover food. Tiny, colorful, and clever, the emperor shrimp proves that sometimes the most fascinating creatures are the ones you almost don't notice at first glance. If you're looking for bold patterns, the Coleman shrimp doesn't disappoint. Covered in bright red spots and stripes, it looks like it's wearing designer polka dots. But what makes this shrimp really stand out is its choice of home. It lives exclusively on the venomous fire urchin. The shrimp's striking colors actually match the urchin's spines, giving it camouflage while also warning predators that this is not an easy snack. It's a risky lifestyle, but for the Coleman shrimp, the fire urchin offers both food and protection. Stylish, brave, and just a little bit reckless, this shrimp is proof that sometimes fashion really is about location. Looking sharp in a bright red and white striped outfit, the scarlet skunk cleaner shrimp is basically the spa therapist of the reef. These little shrimp set up cleaning stations where fish line up to have parasites and dead skin picked off. Some even open their mouths wide and let the shrimp crawl right in for a full-service cleaning. It's a win-win, the shrimp gets a meal, and the fish gets a health check. What's even funnier is that these shrimp wave their long white antennae like neon signs to advertise their services. On a busy day, their cleaning stations can look like the ocean's version of a car wash, just with more fins and bubbles. The anemone shrimp is like a transparent jewel of the reef. With its mostly see-through body decorated with white, blue, or orange spots, it almost looks like glass sprinkled with glitter. True to its name, it lives among sea anemones, snuggling into their stinging tentacles without getting hurt. The shrimp's camouflage and its special relationship with the anemone keep it safe from predators. In return, it helps keep its host clean by eating scraps and parasites. Tiny, delicate, and almost invisible unless you look closely, the anemone shrimp proves that sometimes the ocean's most beautiful creatures are hiding in plain sight. In the world of freshwater aquariums, the crystal red shrimp is a true showstopper. With its bright red and pure white stripes, it looks almost too perfect to be real, like a candy cane come to life. These little shrimp are selectively bred for their patterns, and some rare ones are so perfectly marked that they can sell for hundreds of dollars. Despite their delicate looks, crystal red shrimp are surprisingly hardy and are often kept by aquarists to add color and personality to planted tanks. They might not live in the wild reefs like some of their flashier cousins, but in the aquarium world, they're absolute royalty. The Amano shrimp might not be the most colorful on this list, but it's definitely one of the most famous. Semi-transparent with subtle dots and lines along its body, it was made popular by Takashi Amano, a legendary aquascaper who used them to keep his planted tanks spotless. These shrimp are algae-eating champions, capable of polishing off nuisance growth that would otherwise take over aquariums. They're hardy, hardworking, and proof that beauty isn't always about bright colors, it can also be about balance and harmony. In their own quiet way, Amano shrimp are just as fascinating as their flashier cousins. So there you have it, 8 of the most beautiful shrimp from oceans and aquariums around the world. From the fashion model looks of the Harlequin shrimp to the hardworking Amano shrimp, these tiny crustaceans prove that size doesn't matter when it comes to beauty and personality. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this dive into the colorful world of shrimp, don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing creatures from under the sea.